question 11. We've got two equations. B is equal to 2.35 plus 0.25x. C is equal to 1.75 plus 0.40x. So in the equations above, B and C represent the price per pound in dollars of beef and chicken, respectively. So B is for the beef value per pound, and C is for chicken, and that is also per pound in dollars. X weeks after July 1st during last summer. So X is the number of weeks after July 1st. What was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken? So we are trying to find B and C value when B and C were the same. That's basically what the question is asking you to do. So we've got two equations, and that's the relation right now. So we can simply combine these two equations, and make this third equation, which is 2.35 plus 0.25x is equal to 1.75 plus 0.40x. Okay, all I did was make the first equation same as the second equation, combined it. Okay, so now we don't have the B and C, and we are only left with the variable x, and we're going to find what the x is, which represent number of weeks after July 1st when the B and C were same price. Okay, so let's combine let's move everything to one side of the equation, or let's combine the x terms. Okay, so these two will be combined by subtracting 0.40x from each side. Okay, so it will be negative 0.15x, and these are gone like this, and then we're gonna subtract 2.35 from each side. So we don't have the constant on left side of the equation. So we have now negative 0.60 like that. So this question, you are not allowed to use a calculator, so make sure you do the subtraction addition correctly. Double check, triple check, so you don't make any mistakes. Okay, it is by dividing whole equation by negative 0.15. Okay, so x is, we can just cancel out the negatives, so these are gone. 0.60 over 0.15. Since they both have decimals, we can move the decimal places, same number of places, so we can move the two decimal places, and we have 60 over 15, which is just a 4. Okay, so we have x as a 4, which is not the answer for this question. We actually have to find what the B or C is. So we can either plug that x value into the first equation or second equation, doesn't really matter because B and C are basically the same value. So I'm just gonna plug it into the first one. B is 2.35 plus 0.25 times 4. 2.35 plus 0.25 times 4, that's $1. Quarter times 4 is 1. And the answer is $3.35, which is D. Question 12. A line in the xy plane passes through the origin. So origin is the point 0 and 0. So that's the 0 and 0. When you have xy plane, that is the point we're talking about, the origin. And it has the slope of 1/7. Which of the following points lies on the line? So it's the linear equation or linear relation. So starting with the basic form of the linear function. So y is mx plus b. So that's the linear. And the m is the slope. So that means 1/7 will go into the place for m. And we don't know what the b is, but we can figure that out. So the equation is y is 1/7x plus b. And there was the piece of information in the beginning. The line will go through 0 and 0. So that means that is the point that we actually know for sure. So it will go through the 0 and 0. So that's the x and that's the y. And if you plug it in, x is 0 and y is 0, then you can figure out what the b is going to be. So 0 is equal to 1/7 times 0 plus b. So whatever times 0 is just a 0. Then what will be the b? B is a 0. So we know that if the line goes through the origin, which is 0 and 0, the y-intercept is 0. So our equation for this line is y is 1/7x. So we've got the equation. We just need to find which point will go on to or will be on the line by substituting into the equation that we've just figured out. So 0 and 7. So let's try. So A, plug it in, x is 0. 1/7 times 0 is 0. But here is a 7, so it's not the 1. B, 1/7 times 1, is that 7? No, it's not. So C, 1/7 times 7 is 1. So which is not 7. That's not the answer either. Let's try the last one. 1/7 times 14, which is 2. And that is correct. So the answer is D. Question 13. So if the x is greater than 3, so which of the following is equivalent? Okay, so we have the condition x has to be greater than 3. Okay, so this condition is there because the denominator of the expression here. So when you have a fraction, so let's say 1/x. This is defined when x is not 0. Okay, when you have the denominator is a 0, it is not possible to have that expression. Okay, so that's the rule. Denominator cannot have a 0 value. So this expression x/3 is x is greater than 3 is there because some of the expression here is, or this expression given has a denominator with x plus 3. Okay, so that means x cannot be equal to -3. To be able to write the expression with the denominator x plus 3 or x variable in the denominator, we the question or the person who made this question made a condition, define the restrictions. Okay, it's just there so that this expression is possible. Okay, so going back to the question, so it says which of the following is equivalent to this? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to combine the denominator here. So denominator is addition of two fractional expressions. So we're going to combine these into one fraction, and then we're going to take the reciprocal. So let's combine the denominator. 1/x the denominator is x plus 2 and x plus 3. If we use the common denominator as the multiplicand product of these two, it will be x plus 2 times x plus 3. So the first fraction can be written as x plus 3 over x plus 2 times x plus 3. Second one will be x plus 2 times x plus 3. And the numerator will be x plus 2. And that will be with 1 as the numerator on the top. So now we have the same denominator on the bottom. So we can combine those two fractions as 1. X plus 2 times x plus 3. X plus 3 plus x plus 2. So combine the like terms will be 1 over 2x plus 5 over x plus 2 times x plus 3. So 1 over something is a reciprocal. So that means we can just flip the numerator and flip the denominator. The fraction in the denominator will be x plus 2 times x plus 3 over 2x plus 5, like that. So this means reciprocal of the denominator. Okay. By looking at all these choices, the expressions are all expanded. So we're going to expand the product of these two expressions in the numerator. So x plus 2 times x plus 3, using the FOIL, multiply like this. We have x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. Combine the like terms, x squared plus 5x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. Okay, so which one has that same expression? Answer B.